You're watching Appalachian Axe Works on YouTube.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another knife review. This is not a budget-friendly knife review because this is not a budget knife. This is a brand I've seen around a little bit. This is the first time I've ever owned one of this brand. I wanted to give it a shot. It's called the Battle Axe brand. See the fancy little tube that it comes in. It says they're made in Winchester, Ohio. Handmade, hand sharpened in the USA. And if you flip it around, this is the model number 5100 WB. And then it says made in the USA with domestic and imported materials. That's nice. I like to see made in the USA stuff. I would love to see a percentage. You know, is it 70% domestic? Is it 80%? Is it 20%? Is it 1% domestic? I'd love to see that. I think a lot of companies that are doing this kind of made in the USA should disclose the percentages of the materials. I think that's important to me, and I think if we're gonna, I love it that they're, made in the USA, but I think it's important that we see, the percentage. And if you're going out there and you're spending the extra money to buy a made in the USA item, should know what the percentage of the products are that's coming from the U.S. So anyway, that's just a little criticism of which they should easily be able to disclose that. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Let's take a look at the knife though. Cool looking knife. Um, they call this a German Hunter. This is made by Cooper Cutlery Company, and again, I showed you they're made in the USA. And this is the Battle Axe brand. So pretty neat. They have a bunch of brands that I guess they own the trademark to. They own Shatton Morgan, Big Chief. I don't know if y'all remember the Big Chief knives. They're the all metal, like Granddaddy Barlow looking knife, and they're pretty neat. Um, They own a couple others. Foster Brothers, they own Beaver Falls Cutlery, Clyde Cutlery, and then they own one called Weed and Company, which you may have seen those out floating around at some of the different knife sellers. But this one is a Battle Axe brand. Pretty cool. So let's talk about the knife. So you got nickel silver bolsters, you got a nickel silver shield, got brass pins, all right, brass liners. It's a good looking knife. I love this shape. They call this a German Hunter. It's actually kind of got the Coke bottle style, but this is to me, this is very close to a Granddaddy Barlow. I mean, here's a Granddaddy Barlow. So they're really close in style to the Granddaddy Barlow, but it's a cool knife. I started checking it out. I was like, I gotta have one of those. I like this white jig bone scales. It just looks old school to me, like like pre 1900s type old school to me. I really like that. So the close length on this is 5¼ inches, so it's a sizable knife. This isn't a little dinky knife. This is a sizable knife. Weighs 3 or 4 ounces. You're gonna feel that. You ride that around in your pocket, you're gonna feel that in there. It's not a little dinky knife. If you look at it, blade's pretty wide for a single blade. It's a pretty wide knife for a single blade knife. So, but it's nice looking. It's got a nice look to it. The fit and finish is decent. I'm not gonna say it's excellent. I'm just gonna say it's decent. There's a few things, especially being as that these are hand built and hand fitted, that I would think, they could tighten up a little bit about it, but I'm not going to get too picky in with it. I think it's a beautiful looking knife, and they are handmade. So it's a family owned company in Ohio. I think they only have like 5 or 6 employees. So They do have a website. It's Cooper Cutlery Company. Um, let's see. Let's check out the rest of the knife. So there you go. This is a 440A or 440 stainless steel blade. Um, the open length is 9.5 inches, so it's a sizable knife. This isn't a little dinky knife. You got the pull has kind of got that match strike feel, but it's a deep pull. It's not a little dinky pull. It's a deep pull, so you can really get a good grip in there when you're opening it. And I do like the longer pulls. Um, you can see their Tang stamps, this Battle Axe brand. They got the little scroll work on the blade, the Conqueror, and you can see here it says Winchester, Ohio, 2021. Now I can say when I ordered this, I didn't know I was getting a 2021. I just assumed I was getting something that was a more recent made knife, which the only reason I say that matters is because I was critiquing the fit and finish, and their fit and finish on a 2023 knife, I would imagine, is probably better than their fit and finish, because this is kind of a young company. I don't think they've been around for a long time. So um, my guess would be a 2023 knife fit and finish is going to be better than the fit and finish on this. So I'm not going to get, I don't want to get too critical of the fit and finish. It is a beautiful knife though, and if you look at it, I mean it's a good looking knife. So I like it. You know, being as we're Appalachian Axe Works, anything with an axe on it, I'm all the time, you know, checking it out. I'd seen these around. So like I said, I'd seen these around and I never bought one. I actually bought two. I bought this and I bought a Trapper. We'll do the Trapper on a separate video. Um, Beautiful knife. Got a nice snap. Opens, it's real smooth. The functions are very smooth. You see there. It's got a really smooth open and closing. And I would imagine that's because it was hand fit. I mean, you can see how smooth it is in there. So, but and it's a really nice looking knife. So, um, let's see, what did I miss? Did I miss anything about it? Well, it does come in multiple colors. I've seen white and green, and then I've seen like black, maybe a brown. So I think I've seen 5 colors in this. So, um, the most prevalent ones I've seen were white and green. So, and the white really reminds me again of that like pre 1900 era. So that's why I bought that. And you know, in the packaging, you know, they're wrapped in this nice paper. The packaging of it is really nice. They do, I think, the Shat and Morgan and the Weed and Company knives, and they all come in this nice tube. So everything they send out comes in this nice tube, and I think that's a unique packaging. Um, it's pretty neat. They have their little inside the packaging. They got their little warranty card, and then it tells a little bit about the Battle Axe brand. You know, little paper. I would say that being as you know, they're trying to get into this line. I mean, they have a 1-year limited warranty. I would really love to see them really just step up and, I mean, these are handmade knives, and it'd be nice to see it, maybe even a 5-year warranty or maybe just a lifetime warranty or whatever. So 1 year to me is pretty limited, but you know, that's to each his own. I think that's something, and like I said too, this is a 2021 paper, so they may have already done that. I didn't see anything about it on their website, so so I don't know, you know, if they've changed that or whatever. So, um, price on these is all over the place. I think one of the issues this company has, you know, especially selling a handmade, made in America knife, they definitely have a marketing branding issue. Some companies have this listed under the Battle Axe brand. Some companies have this listed under Cooper Cutlery. I've even seen this Battle Axe brand knife listed under Weed and Company. So I'm not sure if they've either changed their name or just the companies that are selling them don't really know what they're selling, or not sure. But they definitely have a marketing something some marketing issues they need to work on. So, and another thing I noticed that the prices were all over the place on this knife. I seen everywhere from Smoky Mountain Knife Works had this listed for $179. Now they're out of stock; they don't have any of them, but they had this listed for $179. But then I found some on eBay for like $63. So, what's the deal? And it's sort of like the name. Is it Cooper Cutlery? Is it Battle Axe brand? Is it Weed and Company? What is it? What's the company? So they definitely got some marketing issues, and that's probably partly because it's a company of 5 people. So they may, in marketing and social media and all that stuff may not be exactly their strong point. So they definitely need to work on that part of their business. And one thing I noticed is, like, this one is a model 5100 WB. Well, they have some that are the E. They put an E on the end, and that means they're factory seconds. And what I noticed is the non seconds and the factory seconds are marketed right next to each other, and I think that's kind of not good marketing practices. I mean, if you go in the grocery store doesn't put their marked down meat right next to their fresh meat they cut that day. They put it over on a side or even in a different meat case because they don't want their marked down meat next to their fresh meat. So I think, if you when you start looking at these knives, they're having the seconds right next to the not factory seconds. I just think it's not good marketing, and the pricing too is all over. I mean, I've seen these for, it's like I said, 179, 129, 125, and then I've seen them for 62 or $63 on eBay. Um, the seconds are 49 and $52, so it's just the pricing's all over the place. They need to establish a standard, you know, maybe a map pricing on these where they can't be less than this and can't be more than that or something, because it's bad. It's a bad look for a company when stuff is like that. So, but those are all things that don't really affect if you're a knife collector, and if you do your due diligence, those things aren't going to affect you that much. I'm a due diligence person. I really did a lot of reading and checking on this company before I decided to buy the knife. So, but again, I said this is a beautiful knife. Would I buy another one? I'm probably gonna buy another one. I want one of the other colors, and I want to try to see if I can get a hold of a newer model. So this is 2021. I'd love to see if I can get a hold of a 2023 or even a 2024 and see, the difference in them. But it's a cool knife. I really like it. It's like I said, it's, they have some marketing issues other than the knife itself that they need to work through. But I, you know, small family-owned company, not many employees. I'm sure that they're working through that stuff as we speak. So I don't want to get too critical of that. But it's a cool knife. Um, like I said, I probably will be buying another one. And if you go to buy one of these, I would say do your due diligence. Don't overpay for it, and make sure you're buying it from. There's tons of them on eBay. Make sure if you buy one from eBay, you're buying it from a reputable seller. Um, I didn't get this one from eBay, but they had the absolute cheapest prices on it. So, and most people, I don't always buy the cheapest item price. Sometimes I buy to make sure I'm getting an item from a reputable seller. So, um, but a lot of people buy on price. So if you do go on eBay and buy one, make sure you're buying from a reputable eBay seller. And that's it on this one. Cool knife. It's like I said, I really like it. It's just, the company is kind of all over the place, and hopefully they're working through those issues. And I got some more videos coming up. Should be for those of you that like the what's in the box videos, should be a what's in the box video on Monday. And then should be a couple more videos next week. I'm trying to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. So stay tuned for those. You like the knife content, or you like the what's in the box videos, or my other tool reviews, check those out. Appreciate everybody stopping by the channel, spending a couple minutes with me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.